From Austin to the world, where the dream unfolds, Czech and Slovak hearts, brave and bold. Lucas Americas, yeah, the stories roll. Real lives, real dreams, real stories to be told. Lucas Americas.
Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of podcast Lucas Americast. And today we're in Houston. I'm here with Johana Dickerson, the Executive Director of Czech Center Museum in Houston. So thanks for coming. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and my very first question would be, how would you describe yourself? So who is Johana Dickerson?
I am everything. No. I am a lover of people and of culture and of Houston, right? And so what I get to do is put all of that together with hospitality and with the work that we do and make this place a welcoming space for anybody who is looking for community.
All right, thank you. Where are we sitting right now? Where are we?
We are currently inside Czech Center Museum Houston. We're actually right in between our chapel and Brno Gallery area. And as you can see, we are fully decked out for Christmas right now.
Yeah, it's Christmas coming. So I really enjoy this decoration here.
Yes.
It's festive, it's Czech, it's Moravian, it's Slovak, so it's excellent. And first, this podcast is actually about people, and they're telling their real stories. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking for people who inspire the others, which you certainly do, because I know I've met you at so many events, and you actually joined the community. So you're the person who helps to build this Czech heritage within the community, and also for people whose ancestry goes back to Czechoslovakia. Mm-hmm. So how the story started, how it comes that Johana Dickerson is in Houston?
Well, my family came to Houston in 68, 69, actually originally. Mm-hmm. And they left Czechoslovakia. They first went to Canada, and then a few stories later, they ended up here in Houston because there was a position at Baylor that was available for my grandfather. And many years later, my parents were able to meet and actually end up coming back down to Houston, and that's where I grew up.
Yeah, let me ask, what part of Czechoslovakia did your parents come from?
So my mother came from Prague, actually.
Okay.
Yes, and my father is not Czech.
Okay. Yes. All right, I got it. So how was your childhood here in Houston?
It was lovely. I mean, I grew up in as part of an immigrant community, as part of the Czech medical community that was here. There were a lot of researchers and scientists and physicians who ended up coming in the 60s through the 80s, right? Uh-huh. And my family was just a part of that. So that's how we grew up.
So you grow up in Czechoslovak community, within this community here?
Some with certainly with the Czech community, but also with the greater international community. Mm-hmm. Houston has more than 150 languages that are spoken here today. It's huge. Mm-hmm. Okay, which means we have phenomenal food. You have to try. And we have all these different combinations, but it was, Thanksgiving just happened. And we grew up, our Thanksgiving and Christmas tables were always filled with people who didn't have a place to go to, who didn't have the tradition of Thanksgiving. And so we always had many languages spoken around our table, and just everybody joining in that communal spirit.
Mm-hmm. And how did you happen to be within this museum? How did you get in touch with this building?
Well, this was founded by Effie and Bill Rosine, okay? And they ran this place. They were tremendous founders who galvanized the Texas Czech community and also the expatriate community to be able to pool the resources and build this incredible building. Uh-huh. It's an architectural gem in Houston, okay? And they ran it up until they passed in 2019 and very early 21. And so that was during COVID. There was a lot going on. I was working in COVID clinics at the time. I had come back to Houston, And because I had my family here, my grandfather was almost 100 years old. So I came back to spend time with them. And they needed a little bit of help here at the museum. And they said that they needed a little organization because they were looking to be able to move out of that COVID stasis, right? And I, came in, and here I am 3 years later, and the community has really pulled on my heart.
Now, so within this this museum, so you organize events,
Yes.
not only for Czechoslovak community, right? But mostly for them. So what is your daily routine, let's say? So what does Johana do every day?
It's all over the place. If it's me having meetings with city officials or with other museum executives, whether I'm, dealing with a membership issue, answering phones, or fundraising for some of the programs that we do, or even working with our colleagues at the embassy or, with Czech Philharmonic or any of these other groups. That's it's a lot of meetings, a lot of talking with people, and a lot of getting to know people and learning their stories, because that's what we do. We tell people stories, and we take that history that is really important and continues to be relevant, and help. What our aim is to be able to make this be a place that for generations to be able to continue to learn and hold on to their culture.
And has your role changed since you joined the museum, or is it pretty much the same?
It's more or less the same. I came in as an interim director just for some stabilization, and after my first year, the board decided that they trusted my vision and liked the direction that the plans that I had for this place. Really incorporating the compatriot community into it, because this is not a Czech place without Czech people. And really building on that. And it's beautiful because we're right here in Museum Park, and we have people who, you don't have to be a Czech or know a Czech or love a Czech to want to be a part of what we're doing here. They just really enjoy the experience, and they love the programming that we put on and the stories that we get to tell, because it's really interesting and it's really important, because Czech history is world history.
Yeah, that's right. How many visitors do you serve every day on average? Can you say?
Not really. That's sort of up and down. I mean, truly, some days, you only have a handful of people that'll be coming through, and then some days you're overwhelmed with, a few hundred. So it's ebbs and flows.
Yeah, I can imagine that, Christmas period,
Yes.
or before Christmas, it's the busiest time. That's why I have so much respect that you find your time. And so what events are on your agenda for what?
Well, we got a concert tomorrow.
Okay.
And,
What concert is that?
it's Bohuslav Martinu. We're celebrating because on Monday is actually his 135th birthday. And so it's a concert that is chamber music, all of a good portion of his works. And we have performers from the Dallas Symphony, from the Houston Grand Opera, from Houston Symphony, from a number of different organizations that are coming to perform for this really great event. And then the next day we have our Christmas market. We do two major events every year that are community-wide events. We have a spring festival and a Christmas market. And so we're just hoping that everybody decides to come out and enjoy that. And we highlight Czech vendors, but also some of the local artisans and craftsmen around.
Cool. So these markets are like a Christmas market?
Yes.
Is that about Christmas atmosphere?
It is. It's a lovely Christmas atmosphere. We have carolers that come through, but we do it indoors because you can't trust Houston weather. So it would be lovely to be able to be outside with svazhak and all of that, but because you never know if it's going to be hot or raining or freezing cold. We have it inside, and it's really lovely. It's upstairs and downstairs, and it's that communal atmosphere.
Now, we live in Austin, but we try to invade Houston as often as possible. And I know that you organize these events also for kids. So you try to keep this Czech heritage culture alive, also for kids. And so what's going on here next weekend?
So we have one of our most cherished events is our Mikuláš event. And it's it's a Christmas party, and it's for the whole community. But, any child who's been to this knows that we have the real Czech and Aniel and Mikuláš, and they're really phenomenal. This trio who's been doing this for a number of years for our community, truly beloved. This tradition with all of the kids, and then after that's done, you have people who come and they bring their little babies and whatnot. But then it just becomes a great community party for everyone.
All right. So when it comes to charity and Mikuláš, right? How do Americans perceive this? How do they react? Because it's nothing like that, right? In American culture.
No, and they're fascinated, but also similarly to the way that they're fascinated about Pomoska, or like there are these things that people start saying, oh, there's this weird Czech tradition. I'm like, it's not weird, it's just a little bit different.
Beating girls.
Well,
taking kids to hell.
You know what, we all grew up fine, and it kept us in line. Right. So but no, it's a nice tradition to have, and the kids, they enjoy it because there's a moment of being a little bit scared, but then they know the sweetness of it behind it.
So tell me exactly the date of this Czech and Mikuláš event for next weekend.
Going to be Saturday the 13th of December.
All right, because I would like to invite the audience.
Please, absolutely.
If you are around, just stop by, because it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's a potluck. It's just a huge community atmosphere. We have caroling. We do. We play some bingo. We do just a number of things, and they're having a good time. It's just a big party.
And you organize great activities for kids. I can confirm. We were part of that party every year. We're gonna miss that this year. Unfortunately, we'll be in Europe, but
you you get to have the real experience. It's Christmas is that time of year when if you can't go home, people are missing that sense of community. Those things that you don't realize necessarily what makes you feel Czech, or what things you miss until there's a specific time of year and you go, oh my gosh, that's not something that everybody else does. That's normal. That's us. That's our culture. And these are the things that the kids who are growing up here, their parents really want to make sure that they have that connection, so that when they go back, when they're visiting family, or if they want to go live and work in Europe, that they don't feel that they don't belong in that world, because it is their world, right? And that's part of their life. So it's really important to be able to have that through line of tradition.
Yeah, I completely agree. And would you happen to know how big community is here when it comes to Czechoslovaks in Houston specifically?
It's really hard to tell, and I say that because traditionally putting names on a list hasn't worked well for Czechs and Slovaks. So so historically, we don't keep Bibles full of this information, right? But we have a few 100,000 that are in the greater Houston area. I would invite more of you to come and visit us and be a part of it. But in Texas, as you know, it has one of the largest diasporas in the country, and frankly outside of the Czech Republic.
Yeah. So are there more events to come until Christmas or New Year's Eve, or what's?
So we're actually going to be a little bit quiet after the 20th, so the Christmas season, and then New Year's. Eventually, I'd like to be able to do a New Year's concert, but that's a couple of years down the road. But if anybody's looking for anything, they can feel free to go onto our website at czechcenter.org.
That's also, or that was one of my questions. So where people can find all this information?
All of it is available on our website or on our Instagram, Facebook. We put a lot of information out there.
All right, that's great. And all year around, so let's say, so you mentioned Pomláska or Velikonoce, so Easter. Then we know about Czech and Mikuláš. We know about Christmas concert here. So what else can people find here?
Well, we do, we have concerts, we do exhibits. So there's something called Photo Fest that happens every 2 years in Houston. It's an international photography festival. This coming year is going to be the 40th anniversary. And Houston has always been a real strong proponent of Czech photography. And so we'll be hosting an exhibit during that time. It's March through April, I think. That's going to be on Jan Reich. And there will be others that are happening around the city as well.
Do you have do you have a lot of official visitors here? I mean, some government, because that's a beautiful building. I took a picture from outside, and it's amazing. It's renewed. It's completely new. You got multiple stories here. So we're on the ground floor here.
Yes.
There's a concert hall and event hall upstairs, and there's a third floor. You said?
Yes, and the third floor has our exhibition, like our prominent exhibition space. So that's where we tell the stories of the history of the Czech lands, right? And we tell those individual stories, immigration stories, prominent Czech Americans who have come through, also people who had to leave during communism or for whatever reason, and we capture their stories and we share that.
Cool. And now back to official visitors. So did you have any official visitors recently?
We get a number of them. Last year we were able to host the current president of Czech Republic, Petr Pavel. Earlier this year we held a number of meetings for the consuls who are in North and South America. And next year we will also be hosting the Czech Schools Conference, I believe. So we don't usually get lots of advance notice before somebody is coming through. I usually get a phone call saying, hey, we're planning on coming into town. I say, welcome. And it's an open invitation for any Czech or non who wants to be coming through here. Our doors are always welcoming.
So for you, within your role, who was the most interesting visitor? Do you remember someone very special or the most who actually was
You're
the
going to
highlight
get me in
for
trouble, so I can't say that.
Okay, I get it.
But we have a number of fascinating people who come through here because of their personal histories. I will say that probably my grandfather is actually one who I personally find to be really inspiring. But everybody has a story, and everybody has something to be able to share and tell, and that's what I love about what we do here, is being able to learn that and draw that out from people and then share that information with others, because you can always learn something from someone else.
Yeah, that's right. So you pile it up within this building.
Yeah.
So this building had heard a lot of stories.
There
right?
are lots of stories in here.
Okay, cool. So let me once more repeat the website for this.
Czechcenter.org. So CZECH, like the country.
Perfect. I'll make sure it will be in the comments, the first comment, so people can find you and all your events scheduled for upcoming month. So, Johana, do you think there's something we forgot to mention?
I'm sure.
Is
but
there anything, a special message you'd like to send over to our audience?
I think, look, Czechs are incredible. This isn't just about Czechs who are living in America, who are thriving and surviving, and who for centuries have been thinkers and creators and innovators, right? This is our history. It's world history, it's community history, but you need community. People need each other. And lots of Czech people come and they're living their best American life, right? And they're doing their own thing and whatnot, and that's wonderful. Keep doing that. Be incredible in that space, but also, reach out when you need community or when you feel like you need something else, and you're missing something, right? Because that's what makes us better. That's what makes us stronger.
All right. Thank you.
That's what I got.
Thank you very much. Thanks for what you're doing, because I really appreciate it. Because I'm a dad of 2 kids, and they always have fun here when we come, and fingers crossed. Yeah. In all the events.
Thank you.
You have more and more visitors.
Yes.
And again, thank you for your time in this busiest period of the year.
It is quite busy, but I'm appreciative that you were able to come through here, and I'm always happy to talk with you.
Thank you. I always enjoy great Czech beer, especially in Czech Center Museum in Houston.
Of course.
Thank you for that also.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
From Austin to the world, where the dream unfolds, Czech and Slovak hearts, brave and bold. Lucas Americas, yeah, the stories roll. Real lives, real dreams, real stories to be told. Lucas Americas.